Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for tuning in for what was formerly known as Truthbuster News, is now known as the Unseen Truth Channel. I'm your host, CJ. I want to apologize for my lack of appearances and getting truthful and valid information out over the last few months. But quite frankly, I want to say that I have been discouraged by YouTube. The last video put out a few months ago was taken down, and it had to do with a false flag attack. It was my first strike, and they removed the video, banned me from uploading for 90 days, whether it be a live stream or recorded video. But since that time, I have been busy taking care of my family and working. But I'm here to let you know now, I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to start putting videos back out when they get the time and the opportunity to do so. Starting now. What I want to bring to you at this very moment, I don't care what you think about the man, all the slander the mud could sling upon him. But Alex Jones has been banned on this very day, August 6th, 2018. Within a matter of 12 hours, he was taken down from YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Facebook, 4 different platforms. In a matter of 12 hours. Along the midst of all the shadow banning that's been going on by government agencies, by Facebook, by Twitter, and by YouTube. It's happened to myself. I put comments on somebody's post or whatever, people don't see it. But you see, he knew this was coming. He said, in one of the podcasts that I listened to, I think it was from 2014 or 2015, he first started bringing this up. He said, first they will come after me. They will take me down. And then they will go after the rest. But he also said that the conservatives and the truth movement will be divided. They will divide themselves. And that is going on right now. How, you might ask? This QAnon phenomenon that has sprung up over the last brief period of time started putting out cryptic messages. And I looked at a couple of them when it first started getting circulated. I couldn't make any sense of it. To me, it looked like that had been 2 texts of a message been spliced together so that you can get something out of it. Something that is factually based and grounded and useful. But I didn't see anything of thereof. But now that over the course of the last few months and weeks, Q has been taken off and is now on the Trump rally. And now it's come to the point to where if you're not on board with QAnon, you're on the other side. You're a leftist. You're a liberal. You're not woke. but those that seek the truth. And have been doing so for years and years. They're being divided and trying to reach those that don't buy into the Q hype. Now, some people have come out and spoken against Q, and I applaud them for that because they've researched. One video that I watched the other day by Isaac Green did some research and found out that there was a Q chapter in the NSA building in Utah, and there's a headquarters, a division called Q. That should raise some eyebrows, and it's putting stuff, this so-called information on message boards such as 4chan and 8chan, and people soak it up. And if you don't buy it, if you don't believe it, you're not awake. You're not accepting the truth. So I said that would happen years ago, and then it would start there within the conservatives, then the liberals, and then they'll start attacking each other. We're seeing this happen right now. So whether you like the man or not, whether you agree with what he says, we all have the freedom of speech. It's a protected right. Silicon Valley's the one who's doing this because they are saying that their reasoning for this is he's attacking transgenders, the so-called immigrants that hop the border, that Border Patrol catches. I posted on my Facebook a week and a half ago. An ABC reporter for ABC 7 down in Texas was given a report, and at the same time he was doing his report, which he happened to be in the border of El Paso, the El Paso, Texas border. He's seen a border jumper go through the water on a boat, on a raft, with a walkie-talkie, bring a coyote, bring a couple people through, and the dude on the boat threatened them, and they felt threatened. The reporters felt threatened. And then he quickly changed his, after that incident took place, he said that we need a border wall. This is an AB7 reporter. Says we need the wall because my life felt threatened. So Alex, who has built his life work on getting the truth out, yes, sometimes it can be erratic, a little bit irrational. And it seems to be out there, outlandish, and beyond comprehension. He's done for. Now, yeah, he can fight it, which I'm pretty sure he's in the works of doing. But he said it would start with him and work their way down. And they're going on over just conservatives, those that tell the truth, but liberals. Anybody that does not agree with the status quo is going to be shut down. Google just aligned with Chinese government style censorship. Same with Apple. They sold out to China. The fucking scumbag Chinese communist government. They sold out. How many people have an iPhone? or have an iPad, or have an iTunes account in general. Billions of people. So if you want to use your phone to upload a meme, a video, a photo, any kind of technological advancement type system they don't agree with, you don't get to have it out there. He said this was going to come. So all of those out there that are bashing you, raping them by the head and dragging them across the coals, glad that he's done for, you're next. Look it up. Look up the information. It's out there. The Democrats, the liberals, the leftists, in the highest levels are the ones behind this. That scumbag senator or representative, Dean Koontz, or what the hell his name is, who met with the Google executive, asked repeatedly, and this took place back in late June, early July, asked repeatedly, what can be done to take down Alex Jones? How can we get him off the internet? So whether you like the man or not, you need to stand up for him. Not just because you like it, but for the right of free speech. These insanities that they want to throw at him for shutting him down, promoting violence, going against transgenders. My God, what about Hollywood on the violence they promote? The left and the violence they promote. The attacks on the president. They don't get taken down. They don't get behind bars. And all the corporate, rant, New World Order, propaganda, news pieces such as CNN, the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Newsweek, Time. They put out a slanderous piece. Oh, it is put on a pedestal. Without any proof. Now my voice might be elevated at this moment. It's because I am well, I'm upset. I'm upset with the fact that, yes, it happened to him. I don't always agree with the man with what he says. Ever since he's been on, the president's coattails and put him, that's his opinion. He can do that. I don't agree with it. But he was still getting the truth out there. And I can pretty much tell, and you can agree or disagree, with those that are woken up to the truth and that have started their platform, whether they have a lot of subscribers or maybe 5, and they reach thousands of people or maybe 20. But here's you can acknowledge it or not. You can agree with it or not. But you have, or even admit it. But you know somewhere deep in your core that he is the pioneer of the truth movement. One of them, besides Bill Cooper. But Alex came along after Bill Cooper was already eliminated. But you have to at least say, yeah, he is the reason I woke up. And then I started seeing what took place. I'm reading more and more. And then I did something about it. You can't say that it wasn't because of him and by God. You can't say that. So, if you have done, if the only thing you have done is put out the information so that others can learn about it and hope and expect that they do something, and if you ever say the line or the phrase, do something, now is the time to practice what you preach. Because if you have a platform and you're putting out information and you're letting the listener, the reader, whatever, the viewer, do what they will with it. And if you don't stand up for the Constitution, because this is a constitutional matter at the heart. If you don't do something, then why are you even in this movement? So get up and I'm going to do something. Other than this, I'm going to see if I can't seek out an avenue to help the man. You know, I read an article a while back, a few months ago. It was upwards to 80%. Maybe more so now. 80% of the population do not believe the mainstream corporate ran lying propaganda, CIA, Operation Mockingbird, New World Order, bullshit media mouthpiece. They don't watch it, they don't believe it, they don't look at it. Because it was full of lies. So if you want, myself included, to have our message continue to defeat them, we need to do something. And I don't care if you're a liberal and you have a platform out there. Look at the information, because they're going to come after you too. Do something with your platform. Time is now. We're well past midnight. Because if we stand back and do nothing, they win. And what happens when they win? Look at China. Perfect example of when they win. So if, I'll hit on again, if you're a liberal, even if you don't, myself included, believe in climate change, the climate deniers, any faucet in fashion or anybody that speaks out against the government status quo is on the list. If you don't align with them and push their bullshit, you're gonna be the next one to be gone. Myself included. And now, in my closing comment, I'm not gonna say this in defense of the man, but I've seen the comments over the years of how he is a Zionist shill, he is this, he is that. I laugh because you go to these sites that put it out there and you believe it with no proof. None. And you want to say he has criticized Zionism. He has criticized Israel. So if he's gone for good, I guess you could. The benefit, you can stop doing that. I'll close with this. Do something. Stand up. If not for him, for at least the freedom of free speech. I want to thank you for tuning in. Be safe out there. Take care of your families, and take care of someone else if you can. Be ready for what is coming. This civil war is on its way. And this is just one of the pieces of the checklist they gotta take care of. And it just so happened it's not too far from the midterm that Alice is taken care of. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? And all these companies, within a matter of 12 hours, they colluded together. Because I can figure that out upon myself. They didn't do it as a separate entity. They did it as a collective effort within a matter of 12 hours. Don't let them win. Be safe. Be ready for what is coming. God bless. And survive another day in this upside down world.